Imagine this. Tonight, you have to sleep. In the middle of a vast wilderness. The forest is completely dark. Freezing winds cut through the trees. And somewhere in the distance, you hear the terrifying howl of wolves. You have no house, no door, no roof, and nowhere to truly hide. If it starts raining tonight, you'll be soaked within minutes. If a predator finds you, there may never be another sunrise. But here's the shocking truth. For millions of years, this wasn't a nightmare. It was everyday life. Every single night was a fight to survive. Then, one simple idea changed everything. Humans built the world's very first shelter. But what did that shelter look like? And could something so simple really become the foundation of human civilization? Today, we're traveling millions of years back in time to uncover how ancient humans built their very first home and how one small idea changed the future of humanity forever. The story begins around 2 million years ago. Earth looked nothing like it does today. There were no cities, no villages, no roads, and no houses. Only endless forests, towering mountains, and vast open plains. Humans were not the rulers of this world. More often than not, they were the prey. During the day, they searched for berries, dug up roots, and hunted small animals, just to survive. But when the sun disappeared below the horizon, everything changed. Darkness took control of the land. Lions, wolves, hyenas, and massive bears began their nightly hunt. Humans had only one goal: stay alive until morning. Sometimes, they slept beneath trees. Sometimes, they hid behind giant rocks. If they were lucky enough to find a cave, they believed they had found safety. But even caves were rarely empty. Some belonged to bears, others to lions, and some were home to deadly snakes. A true home still didn't exist. Then one night, a powerful storm swept across the land. Cold rain poured from the sky. The wind bent the trees, as if they might snap in half. A small family of early humans huddled together beneath a tree. The children shivered uncontrollably. The elderly could barely stay warm. Then, one curious child looked up and noticed something extraordinary. High above, a tiny bird sat safely inside its nest. The rain continued to fall. The wind continued to blow. But the nest stayed secure. Perhaps that tiny nest would inspire one of the greatest ideas in human history. That tiny bird sparked a powerful question inside the human mind. If such a small bird can build a home, why can't we? The very next morning, a small group of humans began gathering dry branches. Others collected large leaves. Some searched for long grass and vines. Perhaps they didn't even realize they were about to change history. They pushed strong branches deep into the ground. Then, they tied smaller sticks together to form a simple frame. Large leaves covered the roof. And finally, dry grass was layered on top to keep the rain out. It wasn't beautiful. It had no door, no windows, but it was the very first shelter built by human hands. That night, the rain returned. Cold winds swept across the land. But this time, something was different. Most of the rain stayed outside. The freezing wind could no longer reach them the way it once had. For the very first time, a family of humans felt safe inside a home they had built themselves. That single night changed everything. Soon, more shelters appeared. One became two. then 5, then many more. Families no longer wandered. Every single night, children could grow up in one place. The elderly had protection. Food could be stored. Tools could be kept safe. And for the first time, humans stopped thinking only about surviving today. They began planning for tomorrow. Those tiny shelters slowly became small villages. Those villages eventually became civilizations. Today, every home on Earth, whether it's built from wood, brick, or glass, can trace its story back to that very first shelter. So the next time you close your front door, take cover from the rain, or sit safely beside your family, remember, it all began with one simple idea, an idea that may have started by watching a bird build its nest. And that simple observation helped humans do far more than survive. It helped them build the future.